Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gart Swanson. Well, experiencing a work of art can be transformative, not only for a viewer, but sometimes the subject as well. Refined's Malia Karlinski shows us how one local artist is using her gift to try and make life a little bit easier for some of our community's forgotten people.
At first glance, Harborview's Pioneer Square Clinic may seem like an unlikely place to find beauty. Many of these patients' lives have been touched by homelessness.
Hi. All right now, Mary.
Nurse Mary Larson spends her time nurturing the people who come here in more ways than you might imagine.
I'm sure that your stylish outfitting helps your blood pressure.
Well, with the type of illness that I have, every day is not a good day. Today was a very good day.
She really gets to know them. James is battling cancer and can no longer eat most foods. That doesn't stop him from sharing his ultimate dinner menu.
A nice pepper salad. I would have a nice bowl of deep red. And I don't want to forget my sweet peas because I like that.
You love sweet peas?
Yeah, I grew up on vegetables.
Then maybe I should put sweet peas behind your picture.
These people aren't just Mary's patients, and she's no ordinary nurse. They're also her subjects for what's become a series of breathtaking art.
Some of these people have found themselves in the worst circumstances imaginable, and they carry on, and they keep their smile. I think that's pretty extraordinary.
She sees them as individuals with rich personal histories. The process begins with a snapshot.
I'll photograph them, and then I'll work on their portraits from the photographs.
Smile!
Mr. Moore is a writer. Booker is a devoted sports fan. Mr. Joe is a former doctor who loves riding his bike. And James enjoyed a long career in the beauty industry.
And you told me that you're a hairdresser.
Oh yeah, I'm retired.
Where did you do that?
JCPenney's.
Oh, but let's see that smile.
Homelessness has affected him firsthand.
It was a positive thing. It opened my eyes. It was a positive change in my life. It gave me an incentive to do better.
Being chosen to have his portrait painted means so much to him. It's almost hard to imagine.
Everything. It means everything to me for someone to think enough of me, to view me in that sense, for people to see who James Phillips is. This is my opportunity.
In her studio north of Seattle, Mary brings the photographs to life. Her paintings feature broad strokes and bright colors. Each background tells a story.
I think one of the hardest parts for me is figuring out what the backgrounds are going to be.
For the painting of James, she recalls a conversation they had.
And he started reminiscing about how, as a child, through his whole life, every meal ended with sweet peas. It included sweet peas on the plate. So the background of his painting is an old label for a can of sweet peas.
All the portraits in this wall of paintings share something in common: their expressions.
Oh, I'll be in here late at night painting, and I'll step back and I'll look at all of them together smiling, and it just makes me happy.
These larger-than-life works of art are almost complete. But just as Mary isn't your average nurse, she isn't your average artist either. None of these are being sold for cash.
Instead of selling them for money, we sell them in exchange for things for the patients. For example, one painting, instead of putting a dollar value on it, I might mark it for sale for 1,000 brand new pairs of white tube socks. As soon as somebody comes to the clinic and delivers those tube socks, they can bring their painting home.
But first, the moment they've all been waiting for. It's time to reveal the portraits to that one-of-a-kind audience, her patients.
I'm really excited for them to see them. Yeah, I can't wait. I think they should be pretty happy. Yeah, keep your eyes closed. You can get up.
As the paintings are hung up and celebrated, one important person is missing. James, the dapper gentleman who dreamed about eating sweet peas, has died. James passed away from the time that we came and visited you before. What do you think he would say about his portrait?
Sorry. I think it would make him really smile. So it's like he's still here with us.
Even with all she gives, her care, her talent, and most importantly, her heart, Mary Larson feels she's the one who's blessed.
For me, what's most magical is seeing how happy our patients are to see their paintings. That's what's most magical for me. And then beyond that, of course, the things that we turn the art into, it's just a gift. It's an absolute gift. And that makes me really happy.
For more on that story or learn how you can help a homeless person in need, log on to SeattleRefined.com.